Hi, I'm Jeff Fix, one of your Fairfield County Commissioners, coming to you on this late December morning here from my office in the Fairfield County Courthouse. This is a time of year when we look forward to celebrating the holidays and we reflect on what's gone on in the past year and look forward to the year ahead. So I wanted to take a minute and just do that with all of you, starting with looking back at what we've accomplished in 2021. 2021 was another crazy year. The pandemic has changed our lives in a lot of ways, and we've worked hard as a county commission to get through that and to continue to provide services at the highest level for all of our constituents and to really continue to thrive in spite of the pandemic. So we're pleased with the idea that even during the most difficult time that we've experienced in our lifetime, that we've been able to do well. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. We wound up the year in a very strong financial position, the strongest actually that we've ever had. We've got a very healthy carryover, and our forecasts for the future look like we're going to be in a very strong financial position for years to come. We're grateful for that, and take some measure of responsibility for that, right? We've worked hard to be fiscally conservative with how we spend our money. We still have one of the lowest tax rates in the entire state of Ohio. We plan to continue that because we're in this strong financial position. So we feel fortunate for that throughout the pandemic. We also want to thank our friends over at Fairfield Medical Center. We've been helpful to them as they've really struggled through the pandemic. They've worked very hard to try to keep as many people as healthy as possible. They continue to this day to be very close to having a full ICU. They continue to struggle to keep up with treating as many patients as come through, folks who have contracted COVID-19 or one of the variants. And so we're grateful for Fairfield Medical Center and all the work that they do over there. We are working through the federal government funding that's come down. ARP funding is it's called, and I'll talk about that more in a bit, but we've already started working through some of the $30 million that the federal government sent to Fairfield County. We were successful this year in working with our state legislators to get a state budget that was favorable to counties. So we want to thank our state reps, Jeff Luray and Brian Stewart, and our state senator, Tim Schaefer, for all the things that they did to fully fund indigent defense, which probably doesn't mean much to most folks, but it basically means that there's going to be more money in our general fund to spend on the services that our constituents appreciate. We also are grateful that they put in a good bit of money for the expansion of broadband. We know in Fairfield County that broadband is a vital service that most of us take for granted, but there are parts of our county that really struggle with that, and so we're already in the process of putting our plan together to address those areas of need, to bring broadband to hopefully every person in Fairfield County. We know that the farmers, the school children, and folks who need medical, visits virtually rely on that broadband, and we want to make sure that everybody has access. So we're excited about that. We're appreciative of Dr. Carrie Brown and her 9 years as our county administrator and the incredible work that she did while she was here. We were excited to see her ascend to become the county auditor. We appointed her to that position on an interim basis, and about a month ago, the Fairfield County Republican Party Executive Committee made the choice for her to fill the remainder of John Slater's term. We're grateful to John Slater for all of his years of service as a Fairfield County auditor and as treasurer before that. We're excited for Dr. Brown to take over in that office. She's already started to make some changes that we think will be very positive for the auditor's office, very positive for our budget, and most importantly, very positive for our constituents. So we're excited about that. We also this year were able to set aside some money to work with our villages and townships and to help them with grant funding. Some of our villages and townships really rely on state, local, and federal grants to provide support for their fire department or other activities that they need to do. And none of them really have someone on staff who is an expert in writing grants. So we're providing that service. We've hired a grant writer who will work exclusively with the township, villages, and cities throughout Fairfield County to help them gather more of those funds from state, federal, and local folks who have the money to give out. 2021 has been a strong year for Fairfield County, and we're pleased with that, and we look forward to 2022. It's going to be a year of change. So as Dr. Brown moved into the auditor's office, we're pleased to promote Ani Cordell into the county administrator's position, and she's assembling her team, and we're looking forward to that new team and the work that they're going to do leading the administration part of our county government. We've got some really cool things coming up in 2022. One of the things that I'm most excited about is the opening of a government services building in the northwest part of the county, my hometown, Pickerington. We're going to be opening a sheriff's substation. Our clerk, Brandon Meyer, is going to have a office there to do all of the deed work, property work that they do. And title work, so it'll be more accessible, I guess, to the folks in Northwest Fairfield County. And we're going to provide other services as well, some to be determined, but we think that the Board of Elections may have a presence there, the Veteran Services may have a presence there. We may someday be able to have some court sessions up there, so folks who are having to deal with our courts don't have to travel all the way to Lancaster to do that. So very excited in 2022 to open the Northwest Government Services Building. We're also redoing our county courthouse, which may not be a big deal to some, but this is our county seat, and this is the home of county government, and we want it to look great. And it's all part of an energy conservation program that will, over time, pay for the renovations that we're making by saving energy, right? And we all want to do that. We're also working on the actual courthouse. This is the historic courthouse, the actual courthouse next door, putting new windows in that will save energy and things like that. So we're excited to accomplish that work in 2022. As this federal government money has come down, we've taken a look at what we think we should do with that money. And instead of just the three of us commissioners sitting in a room and saying, let's do this today and let's do that tomorrow, we decided that it would be better to put together a strategic plan and to involve as many community members as we possibly could. So over the past several months, we've been working with a group to spend time with stakeholders from all over Fairfield County. And the idea behind the strategic plan is not just to address the ARP funding, rather it's to look at what are all the issues that face Fairfield County. What are all the challenges that we have as a community? And how can we address those? Some will probably be addressed with ARP money. Others may come from our general fund. Others will probably be from public and private partnerships. But the idea is to take a broad view of all the challenges faced throughout Fairfield County and to figure out the best way possible to address those issues, to attack those opportunities to make Fairfield County the best place it can be. So I'm excited about that. We're debuting that strategic plan in February. I'm also working with our agricultural community on a plan called Fairfield Growing. Fairfield Growing is basically an economic development plan for the farming and agricultural community. We've had a group that's been working together now for several months, and in February or March we'll debut this plan, this economic development plan for the agricultural community. There have been a lot of folks, a lot of different stakeholders that have been participating in these conversations, and we know that the agricultural community is a very significant part of what we do here in Fairfield County. It's the largest industry in Fairfield County, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to care for the farmers and to put them in the best position that we can for them to be successful. So we're excited about the Fairfield Growing Plan as well. I mentioned broadband earlier. We're very excited about our plan that will be coming out to expand broadband throughout Fairfield County. And one of the topics that's come up recently is dealing with the homelessness situation and the affordable housing situation. and those two are kind of interconnected. Last week, Commissioner Davis invited the commissioners to a housing coalition. We had all the stakeholders from all the different parts of folks who provide services to people who are struggling with homelessness or on the verge of struggling with homelessness, and had a very good initial conversation. Again, the thought process is to put together a strategic plan to address the homelessness and affordable housing issue. And while those two issues are interconnected, they are different issues, right? We know that there are folks today who don't have a place to lay their head to rest tonight, and we want to quickly try to do as much as we can to help those people, while recognizing that the housing market is running away from people. Houses are becoming more expensive. Fairfield County is on fire from a real estate perspective. The price of housing is going through the roof, no pun intended. So we want to make sure that folks aren't getting left behind, and that they have an opportunity to find a way to get into affordable housing as well. So there's a lot that goes to that. We're learning and asking a lot of questions, and as we go through that process, I'm confident that we'll come up with a really strong plan to address those issues. The last thing I want to talk about is the County Commission Association of Ohio. I'm a member of the board. I was recently been appointed for 2 years, and this past week was elected by the board, or by the county commissioners from all around Ohio, to serve on the board for another 2 years. That group does a great job of advocating on behalf of county commissions throughout the state of Ohio to the State House. We have an outstanding relationship with Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Husted, and our elected officials from around the state. I'm pleased to be representing Fairfield County to the County Commission Association of Ohio. It's good work, and it makes a difference in the lives of county commissioners, makes a difference in the lives of all the residents of the state of Ohio. So that's just a quick preview of 2022. There's an awful lot going on. We're very excited about all the projects that are underway and the plans that we're coming up with. And we're also very pleased with the way 2021 has gone. So as we wrap up the year, I'm here to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless.